All right. So I've logged into my broker. This is actually my broker. So I'm not going to be able to walk you through how to create a demo account and how to link your account to the MT5 app because they are currently doing a scheduled maintenance on the website and it's not, I can't log in at the moment because of the maintenance right now at the moment. So what's going to happen is to know how to link your MT5 to link to the MT5. MT5 is where we actually take the trades. The broker is where we create the account, where we drop the funds. MT5 is where we, go and type the buy and sell orders. So now to do that, if you come here, so look at these videos I sent, all right? The fourth video here is how to link your account to MT5. If you watch, it's going to show you how to do it. So that account which you funded, watch it, you're going to now to link it to MT5. The fifth video is the same thing, so but for Android. Then the seventh video here is a video now to get a demo account. Okay, so if you watch those videos, you're going to be at this particular point, all right? You would have linked your account. So this is like $590, which is almost ₦1 million here. Okay, so I have logged in here. This is what we call MT5. MT5 is where we take the trades, okay, where you enter your buy and your sell orders. If you look at this MT5 here right now, you will notice something. At the last portion of the screen, at the base of the screen, I have 5 different icons. Can you see those icons? The first one is quotes. The second one is charts. The third one is history. And the fourth one is trade. The fifth one is messages. So the ones you actually need is the quotes one and the charts. If I click on the quotes here like this, that is where I'm going to see my currency pairs. Yesterday I taught you about currency pairs, which is basically what we trade. Okay, so to access the currency pair which you want to trade is the quote section you're going to click on. The second one is the chart. The second one is the chart. All right. Let me change this into Bitcoin. The second one is the chart. And this is where you're going to see your candlesticks. They call it candlesticks. Those red and green things I showed you yesterday is a chart. If you click on chart, you're going to see them. It's still loading. Soon load now, and you'll see it. You'll see them. They will soon show. Okay. So that's where you see those ones. I'm checking something on. All right. So quotes is where you actually look for the currency pairs. Charts is where you actually see your candles. Trade is where you actually see the trades you have already entered that are currently moving in or out of profits. Okay. That is trade. So let's check the chart. Okay, see, charts have already loaded already. So you can see this is what the chart looks like. So if I click on quotes, these are my currencies. If I click on charts, these are the candlesticks that are moving up and down. If I click on trade, this is where I'll see the trade. So you see, I entered the trade on BTC, it's showing here currently at the moment. Yeah. If I click on history, history is where I'm going to see the trades I have entered in the past. Okay, where I'm going to see the trades that I've entered in the past, the ones I won and the ones I lost. I'm going to see them in history. Messages is not important. It's kind of like a forum where traders drop their insights and stuff like that. You don't actually need that one. Okay, so the ones you need just quotes, charts, and stuff like that, and trade and history. So if I click on quotes, you see that the currency pairs are here. Okay, currency pairs are here, but not all the currency pairs are actually here. There are so much currencies in the forex market. There's oil, there is indices, there are cryptos, so much. And you definitely can't trade all of them. At best, you trade like three or four or five or six. Are you with me? Okay. So sometimes you may want to trade a particular currency and you come here and you do not see the currency you want to trade. What you do is you click on the plus sign at the top right hand corner of your screen. If you look at the screen, you see a plus and you see a pencil. If you click on the plus, it's going to show you where you can add currency pairs. So let's say, for example, I want to trade, let's say I want to trade Euro JPY is not here, Abi. I want to trade Euro JPY. Euro JPY is not here, but I want to trade it. I saw a signal on Euro JPY. I want to enter the signal, but I can't find it here. What I'll do is I'll just come here. You see this plus sign at the top of the screen here? Click on it. Find symbol. I'll search Euro JPY. And once I search, it show like this. See this plus icon here? This blue plus icon, I'll click on it. Then once I click on it, if I go back to this code and scroll down, I'll see my EUJPY here. So I can easily tap on my EUJPY and trade it if I want to trade it. So that is basically how you add currency pairs. Sometimes it may not be EUJPY itself. It may be oil. Probably you saw a signal or a trade on oil. You want to trade it. You can't find it here. That's how you search for the currency. Now, if I tap on BTC USD like this, just tap on it once, you'll see there is a new order here showing. There is charts. If you click on new order, it will take you to where you're going to enter your buy or your sell trade. Okay. If you click on it and you click on the charts here, it's going to show you your charts. Just similar to what we saw yesterday. Okay. So let's click on it and click on order. Now in Forex, I told you there are two types of orders. We have the buy and we have the sell order. If you enter a buy order, you're predicting the market to go up. That's just what it means. So anytime you see buy, just say up. Anytime you see sell, just say down. Buy up, sell down. Okay? All right. So that's why you can see if you look down here at the downside of the screen, you'll see buy by markets here and you'll see sell by markets. If I click buy right now, what I'm basically predicting is that the market will go up. And if I click sell, what I'm predicting that the market will go down. Remember, the further the markets go up in profits, the more money I make, and vice versa. Okay? Now, the next thing you can see on your screen is this 0.01, 0.1 stuff at the top of the screen. It looks confusing. Look at it here. That's called your lot size. Your lot size is basically your risk on the trade. That's one you use to determine how much you want to risk on a trade. Okay. If it's HFX, they will ask you how many percent of your account you want to risk. They can put 2% or put 3%, or you can put the amount you want to risk. But in MT5, it's lot size. If you put 0.01, that's a very, very small lot size. If you use 1, that's a big lot size. I'm going to explain to you how to determine the lot size to use when you want to trade. Okay? I'll explain to you, on this section. Then leaving the lot size section here, you can see this 66,921 points, blah, blah. That's actually where the market currently is. Okay. One is the bid price, one is the ask price, but I'm not going to go into that one. All right. Under that one or beneath that one is your SL. Can you see SL here? All right. And TP. Now, what is SL and what is TP? Remember I said something earlier, and that was, you know, the more the market goes up in profit, the more money you make. If I took a buy order at this particular point here, let's say if I took a buy order here, nope. If I took a buy order here, let's say I enter the buy at this red line, and when I enter the buy trade, see the market started going up. It went up, it went up, it went up. If I don't close this trade, this market keeps going up, I'll keep making money till I eventually close the trade. Look at this trade I entered here now. It's currently at 0.181. If I leave this trade alone and the market keeps going up because I took buy, which means up, and the market keeps going up, this 0.89 can grow to 10, can grow to 20, can grow to 40, can grow to 500, can go to 1,000. But here's the thing about the forex markets. The forex market don't just, keep going up like that forever. It moves in waves. It goes up, comes down, it goes up, it comes down. So basically, as I enter this trade now currently, you see now it was at 0.95 before, but now it's at 0.66. Now it's 0.62. Are you seeing? This thing now can still go to -1, -2, -3. Why? Because the market is going up and going down, going up. If it goes up, I'll be in profit. Then if it comes down, I'll be out of profit, get that type of thing. So I entered the trade at this particular point here. Prepared to go up at this point. It has gone up. I'm currently in profit. This trade, this thing now, so it's still going up. Is in profit. If it keeps going up, my profit will keep increasing. But now this thing that you're seeing here can, after a while, come down, come down, come down. If you look at the charts here, you see that it went up here. It went up from this point to this point. Then it came down here. Then it went up here. Then it came down here. That's how the market to move. So if I had entered a buy trade, let's say I entered a buy trade at this particular point. Let's enter a buy trade at this particular point here. Entered buy. See, the market is going up. The market went up, went up, went up, went up, went up. If I don't close this trade when it is up in profit, this market has a tendency to, at some point, start coming down and go below my entry point and keep going down, as you can see, and keep going down, keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. And my account will keep showing negative, 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 negative like that. So in Forex, there is always a reason to close your trade, because only when you close the trade do you collect the profits. So if I click on this trade right now, can you see that it's currently at $1.13? That's about $1,700, or about 1,400 or there. Now it has reduced 0.99. If I close this trade now, look at my account balance, it's showing 590.68. If I close this trade now, it has increased to 591.57 from 590 to 591. Why? Because I've closed the profit. So only when you close the trade do you collect that profit. So in Forex, if you don't close the trade, the money is not your own. It's just keep floating, floating. It's only when you close the trade. Same thing too with loss. If you enter a trade, the trade can be at -20, -$30. If you don't close the trade, you don't accept the loss. So only when you close the trade, that's when you're going to actually have it like this, taken from your balance. So there are two ways of closing the trade. Number one, you can close it manually the way I did and collect your profit, right? Or you can close it by using stop loss or take profit orders, right? Stop loss or take profits. Now, what is the take profits? Do you hear the name? Take profits. Take, what does it mean? Collect the profit for me, collect the money for me. Yeah, let me speak pidgin. Collect the money for me, that's take profits. So if I enter the buy trade at this point here, and the market started, going up in profits, it kept going up as I predicted. And I want to close the trade. I can close it manually, right? Or I can use a take profits. So a take profit is basically a price in profits where you want the broker to close the trade for you. So now I can put my take profit order now to be, I enter the trade here. I enter the trade here, all right? And the market is going up, going up. I can go and put a take profit price here. So if I put the take profit price here, what it basically means that as this market is going up, the moment it hits this price, broker, please take the profit for me. So the moment it hits this price, see this close, I close this trade like this. Now the broker will close them for me, collect the profit. You get that? That's what take profit is. So when it comes to trading Forex, when you want to enter a trade, you always have a price where you want to exit at. You always have a price. So when you take a trade, you have to put your take profits. So once it gets to that price, please just close the trade for me and give me my profits. Because you will not be with the phone and be monitoring it. Sometimes you can take a trade, it can take 6 hours to get to the price you want to get to. At the point where it gets to that price, you can be doing something else. You can even be sleeping yourself. And then from that price, the market can go down back and go and just keep going down. You cannot be with your phone at all the time, at all points. So you instruct the broker that see, when the market hit this price, I beg, let me collect the profit. I beg, maybe I will get problem. So once it gets to that particular price, it will take the profit for you. The opposite of take profit is called stop loss. As the name connotes, stop loss. That means you are losing money, but once the loss gets to this price, stop the loss for me. So what I'm going to do now is put on that line here. Here. So I entered the buy trade at this particular price. Let's assume the market did not go up. Let's assume the market will be going up. As I entered the buy, it started coming down. It started selling. I'll be in loss. Maybe minus that plus you're seeing it will start with -2, -3, -5. But then I instructed the broker that see when the market gets to this price, I beg, stop the loss for me. So as the loss keeps going down, once it gets to this price, the broker will just close the trade for me. So that is the let's come here again. Click on this new order. That is the TP you're seeing here. Take profits and the SL. Now the broker is not a human being, or the MT5 is not a human being. It's an algorithm, all right? So you have to tell it the price that you want it to take the profit or stop the loss for you. So if you look at this place, I kept this red line. you will notice that there's a price. It's a price. The price is traced to this side, 67,500.43. 67,500. Then if you look at the place I want to put my stop loss, the price is 65,615. 67,500 and 65,615. 67,500 and 65,615. So what did I do? That's my TP and my SL. So if I do something like buy, done. If I click on this chart now, this is the buy order. Okay, this is where I entered here. If the market hits this 67,500, it's a close rate for me. And if the market comes down and hits this 65,615, it's a close rate for me. So if you see it here, this is my TP price showing there in green. This is my SL price showing there in red. Okay, so you're not going to be the person to be putting the TP or the SL because right now you're still very new. You don't know those things. Anytime I drop a trade, I would always drop those parameters for you. If you come over to Telegram now, you'll notice. Let me show you. I have to go up. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me look for one trade I dropped. So look at this trade now. Buy US oil. Do you see that I dropped the entry price 98.97? When I dropped this trade, it was actually at the entry price. So I just dropped it there. So in case people actually see the trade late, maybe 2 hours later, they will know if they can still enter or not. Then this is the stop loss. So for this particular trade, you come and search for US oil. You come here, click on this plus, search for the currency pair US dollar oil. Then once you do it, in the stop loss price, you put 97.77. Then for the take profit, use any of these take profits you want to use. This TP1 is a little bit in profit. TP2 is higher in profit than TP1. TP3 is higher in profit than TP2. Like that, like that. So if you're someone who wants to take small profit and go, for someone who wants to hold longer, you can use TP2 or TP3 or TP4. That's your own business. Let me show you another one again. There's a particular trade I dropped on BTC that I've never hit the entry point. See if I can down to verify. Let me see. Okay. You can see here, this is a buy limit trade here. See the entry price is 58,500. See stop loss. For this particular trade, now if the market was at 50, the market currently is at 58,000. This is how I'm going to enter the trade. I'll open my this thing. Stop loss is 54,000. TP1 is 66,000. So I'll come here, 54,000, 6,000. I'll click on this new order. All right. Hey, wait, I forgot to know. TP here is 66,000. Stop loss here is 54,000. And that's just basically it. So you see, you don't have to stress about anything. I'll drop the trade for you. The currency pair which you're meant to trade, BTC, USD, whatever, the price, the stop loss, and the TP. You want to just come here, open your MC5, select the currency pair, type the entry, type the TP, type the stop loss, finish. It's to go and hit the TP, you make your money, or it may hit the stop loss too, and you also lose some. Are you mean? It's just that simple. Once you get to the advanced stage, you'll be able to calculate your stop loss, your TP yourself, but I don't want to confuse you. Okay. So if you come here again, you'll see I also dropped, like I used to drop trades. You see all these trades, see profits. Okay, let's look for that trade again. I dropped to this is USD card. See, this one is sell. Sell, not buy. Sell. So for this particular one, you come here, Go here. Is USD card among these currency pairs here? It's here. If it was not here, I would have clicked on this plus and searched for it, but it's here. Tap on it. Tap on new order. Hmm. Surplus is 1.37093. 1.37093. TP is, let's say I want to go with TP1. 1.36951. Okay. So you can see that when the market got close to the entry point, I told you guys it was close to the entry point. Once it hit the entry point, I said that it had hit the entry point, and then it started moving. You can see it started moving here. So you can see this was trace I took. As at the point, this account is currently over $10,000 already. I started trading it like 5K. Yeah. So you can see it. This profit is $486, which is almost 800,000 naira. You see, if you're on this group chat now you now take the signals. You just open your MC5, open the USD card, put the stop loss TP and enter your sell. See the money I made on the trade. Are you with me? That's how simple it is to copy trades. So with these things I've taught right now, on Monday morning, everybody here should be able to copy the trades I drop. Everybody here. Everybody. Regardless of your skill level. Just watch the recording and you see how to do it if you are just joined it. So let's come here. That's how to do it. You understand what TP is, you understand what stop loss is. So let's assume you don't want to wait for it to hit TP, or you don't want to wait for it to hit stop loss. You want to close the trade manually yourself. That's how you do it. If my stop loss was set at $5 and this needs $5 to close the trade from you, but let's say I want to close it manually, I can either swipe left, click on this file icon, and click on close with loss. Or I can just hold it down for a few seconds. I hold it down for a few seconds here. All right. And click on close position. Hold it down for a few seconds, beam, close position. That's as close manually. So let's read. Hold down for a few seconds, close. So you see that if you look here, my balance is still showing 591.57. But the moment I hold down, close position, or hold down for a few seconds, close position, close. My account has reduced to 584.87. If I click on history, these are the two trades I've taken so far. Okay, that is it. Now, there is one part I didn't talk about. If you look at these trades on Telegram, there's entry price. Okay, so this is the way we do it. All right, the market is currently at this point. The market is currently at this point. I don't enter a trade at this particular point because I don't know what the market is doing at this particular point. But my analysis and my strategy tells me that when the market gets to this price, the moment the market climbs and gets to this price, bam, it will sell. So what I want is that once the market gets to this price, I want to enter a sell trade at this price. There are two things I can do. I can either wait for the market to gradually climb and touch here, then I'll enter my sell manually, put my TP and put my SL. Or I can use a sell limit. Sell limit is me basically in my sell limit now. There's an additional thing there. That is an entry price. That's my limit order. So in my sell limit now, I'm basically instructing the broker that, see, broker, hold your ear. Once the market gets to this particular price, sell the trade, enter a sell trade for me. Then I'll put the stop loss the broker should use and the TP should use. So once the market climb, and hit here, bam, broker will enter the sell for me. Use the stop loss I give it, use the TP, boom. So let's try that one now. Click on BTC USD, new order. See this market execution you're seeing here. Tap on it. See, it's showing you now buy limit, sell limit, all of those things. You don't need to worry about this thing. If I'm going to drop a sell limit rate for you, it's going to be sell limit. I'll drop the sell limit. You'll see the sell limit. You'll see the entry. You'll see every single thing. So you just come here, click on market execution to sell limit. See the price there you're seeing. Okay? You put the price there, the entry price I put for the sell limit. Let's say 68,000. And the TP, which I put, let's say 64,000. And the stop loss I put, let's say 69,000. Then I put sell. So you see it here now, the trade have not activated. Why? Because look at this gray thing here. This gray thing is the price which I put, which is 68,000. So what this sell limit basically means is that, broker, I will not be on my phone every single time. I don't know when Bitcoin once hits this price. I may be sleeping when it does that. But whenever it gets to this price for me, enter a sell trade for me. Enter a sell trade for me, use the stop loss and use CP. So once it gets to that point, you'll see a sell trade automatically. So if you look at this, let's scroll down. You'll see I dropped a buy limit trade here on BTC USD. See buy limits. This one is not sell limit. This one is buy limits. So you can see the buy limit on BTC USD. You can see the entry price, 58,000. You can see the TP price. And you can see the stop loss price. So let's go and enter this one out together. Come over to our MT5 here. Tap here. Tap on BTC USD, enter new order. Click on the market execution. Change to buy limit. Our entry price is what? 58,000. 58,000. Oh, yeah. Our stop loss price is 54,000. Then our CP1 price is 6,000. So put 6,000 here. You can use CP1 if you want to use CP1. And boom. All I have to do after this is place. How did I come with this prediction? You don't know. You don't know. All you just knew was I dropped the trade and I'm showing you how to enter the trade. So you put the trade. So now if this thing now gets to this entry price, activates, and go and hit TP, you can just make $100 without knowing how to trade Forex. What you just did was you just leveraged on my experience. So me now in my own, because I took the trade for myself, I'll probably make $1,000 or $2,000 in the trade. You now that copied me, because your account is not as big as my own account, you'll probably make like $100. Go to say like in an exam hall, if you copy person notebook when you know it, copy very, very well, you don't make mistake, you go pass. That's how it basically is here. You don't get 6 years experience, now me get them. You copy me, you pass. You understand? So that's about how to take trades. If you want to close the sell limit, so the same thing, you can hold it down for a few seconds and click on delete order. But I'll leave this buy limit trade here. So this is all you need to know about MT5. Okay. So usually if I'm dropping a normal trade, if I'm dropping a normal buy trade, the market is usually going to be at the entry price when I drop the normal buy trade. If the market is not at the entry price and I'm dropping a trade, it's usually going to either be a buy limit or a sell limit. Whichever one it is, I've shown you how to take the trade. Okay, so the last one before we end this session is how to calculate your risk on the trade. Because now I've showed you how to take the trade and all. How would you know the amount you want to risk on this particular trade? Because that's very important. When the trade hits your stop, because you can see I have a stop loss price here now. I have a stop loss price here. So how you know what you're going to lose if you hit stop loss? Welcome to Cashback Forex. If you look at this thing here, you'll notice that the eighth video here is how to estimate the lot size to use. Remember I told you lot size determine how much you want to, how much you lose or how much you win if you hit CP or stop loss. It's kind of like lot size, just look at lot size like percentage of your account which you want to risk and trade. Right? If I use 0.01 to enter a trade, and it hits my stop loss, I can lose $10. But if you use 0.1, which is 10 times more than what I use, and it hits stop loss, you lose $100. Same thing. So if I use one lot to enter a trade and it hits CP and I make $1,000, in that same trade, if you use 10 lots, you make $10,000 because you use 10 times my risk. Are you with me? That's what lot size is. So here's how to estimate the lot size to use. Very, very easy. Now, there are three things, okay, that will determine your risk. Number one is your stop loss price. I told you that, the more the market move in against you, the more you lose. Or the more the market move in your direction, the more you win. Let's enter a buy and sell trade here so it can be running. And use that to also show you some. mm, that's a buy trade here. And this is a sell trade. Let's use larger lot sizes to enter the trades. Mm, let's just divide this one. Okay, my spread is $4. That's okay. The market is not moving. I want to show you what the profit will look like. I don't want to use larger lot size because if I use larger lot size, I'm going to like incur bigger, spreads. Spread is basically the broker's charge on the transaction. And that's the reason why I trade starts in negative. So it says I enter this trade, it started with -2. The broker collected at -2 is the money they are charging me for connecting me with the market. Okay. Okay. Let's sit down to running. So to calculate your lot size, click on this, how to estimate your lot size here. It's going to lead you to the video on how to estimate your lot size. Okay. But the website to calculate your lot size is this. See this part back already. They're going to be ending in 10 minutes. We'll be finishing in 10 minutes. www.cashbackforex.com. This way you calculate your lot size. This way you estimate your lot size from. You click on the top right hand corner, that three dashes at the top right hand corner, click on it. Then once you click on it, you look at these tools here. Click on the tools here. Sorry, let me go back here. Click on the three dashes at the top right hand corner of your screen. Then this small arrow beside these tools here, click on it. Once you click on it, you will see position, size, and risk calculator. Let's go over it again. Click on the top right hand corner, three horizontal dashes. Then click on these tools, the arrow facing down beside the tools. Then click on position, size, and risk calculator. Once you come here, they will ask you a few questions. Number one question they'll ask is, what instrument is it? If it's Euro USD, you come here, tap on the instrument here. We'll be ending this session in about 8 minutes. We're almost done. Tap on the Euro USD here. Once you tap on the Euro USD here like this, continue. They will ask you how many pips is in your stop loss. Remember, I told you something. What did I tell you? I told you that the market movement is calculated in pips. Are you with me? The market movement is calculated in pips. So how many pips is your stop loss? Is basically what is the distance from your entry price and your stop loss price? You don't need to calculate, you don't need to stress yourself with calculating that one, because when I drop signals for you, I'll usually drop the amount of pips for the stop loss. Look at this BTC trade on here. Look at this BTC trade. Can you see this bracket and 400 pips? This bracket and 400 pips means the 400 pips is besides stop loss. It means that the stop loss is 400 pips. So when I drop trades, I will normally bracket beside the stop loss and put the amount of pips that is the stop loss. So if the stop loss is 5 pips, you will see 5 there. If the stop loss is 10 pips, you see 10. Because the way I do my own things, I don't want you to be confused as a newbie. I don't want you to come and, learn from. I want you to come, understand the risk, understand what you're doing, and flow with us. Are you with me? So I put everything there for you. I'm the only person I know who drops signals and drops signals like this in the front. Are you with me? So if the
Yes,
stop
sir.
loss is 5 pips, I'll put 5 pips beside the stop loss. I'll put 5 pips beside the stop loss. If the stop loss is 10 pips, here I put 400 pips because the stop loss was 400 pips. Are you with me? So since you already know that the stop loss is, let's say, because this is Bitcoin and it's a swing trade, that's why stop loss is 400 pips. But let's say this is not Bitcoin. Let's say this is USJPY and the stop loss is 5 pips. What you do is that you come here. Let's say the trade was on Euro USD and the stop loss there was 5 pips. What you do here is that you come here and put 5 pips there. Okay? Then this account balance here, they ask you how much is in your account balance. Okay? They're asking you how much is your account, how much is in your account. So if you have $100 there, you put 100 there. Then lastly, if you scroll down, they'll ask you one more question. They'll ask you how much do you want to risk. If you want to calculate your risk in USD, you just put $10 or $5, whatever you want to risk here. If you want to calculate your risk in percentage, you click on this USD here, change the percentage, but just leave it in USD, I beg, so you're not confuse yourself. All right. So let's say I have $100 now in my account and I want to risk just $5 per trade, which is 5%. What I'll do is I'll come to this risk and I'll change this 10 to 5. So now these are the three things they asked me for. The first thing, the currency pair I'm trading. The second thing is the amount of pips in my stop loss. Because it needs to know the amount of pips, so it can be able to determine how far my stop loss is. It can be able to calculate the lot size I should use for the amount which I want to risk. And as that's asked me that question now, I've told it 5 pips because Coach Michael told me it was 5 pips. Okay. So this is going to be ending in 10 minutes. All right. Then he asked me the account balance. So in 5 minutes, rather, it asked me the account balance, $100. Then lastly, it asked me how much I want to risk. So currency pair, pips for stop loss, account balance, then risk in dollars. Then after I click on calculate. As I click on calculate, you see, it told me to use 0.1 lots. So if I use 0.1 lots on this trade and it hits my stop loss, I'll lose exactly $5 plus my spread. Yeah, it's probably like 5 points for $5. And that is basically how it is. Very simple. So for someone who have $1,000 in the person's account, you know, and the person wants to risk same 5%, that would be $50, yeah? Put $50 here. You put on calculate. You see, it not show 0.1. It showed one lot this time around. The same thing. So when you want to enter the trade now, if I have $1,000 in my account, you see, it told me to use one lot. For Euro USD, if it's a different currency pair, you recalculate because the lot sizes are different across different currency pairs because they have different peak values. Okay. So one lot, this is where I put my lot size here. Go to Euro USD, tap here, tap new order. See this, please, you're seeing 0 point something, blah, blah, blah. Click on the middle one here. Then you write the lot size. It is 1, I put 1. If my lot size is 0.1, I'll put 0.1. Then I'll enter my buy or sell based on it. So that is just basically what you just have to do is you take your time to digest this thing and you get it's very, very simple. So that's that about this part. So let me go to the last part of the call. And when you make profits, if you want to withdraw the profits, it's very easy. This video I posted, since the last section there, it shows how to withdraw. Yeah, I think the 6th video is how to withdraw your profits. Okay, that's that. So let me share my laptop screen so I can wrap up the pips. Someone actually asked how she can calculate pips. I taught it yesterday, but I'll teach it again. Tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the psychology of trading. And I'm also going to talk about how you can actually become an experienced forex trader like me. Where you can learn how to be a master, and how much you can actually make from forex. I'll explain all of those things for you, the sweet parts of forex. So make sure you don't miss out on it. So someone asked me how to calculate pips. I'm going to show you this particular cheat code. All right. It's what I used when I initially started learning forex. All right. So I wouldn't get myself confused. The current market price of Euro USD is 1.1512 or 12. Okay. Before I take it down, let me show you how to calculate the amount of pips in your stop loss. Just in case you don't, in case I don't drop it, or in case you're trying to take another person's signal and you don't know how many pips this is in the stop loss. You would have an entry price. Are you with me? Price. And you would have a stop loss price. Let's see. This is 1.151, no, 0.12. No, 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 0.12. Yeah, 0.12. The, the distance between this and this is just difference between both of them now. If you're trying to find the distance between Lagos and Kogi, or between this length and that length, you're trying to find the difference between 50 centimeter and 30 centimeter. Just subtract 50 from 30, you get it. So trying to find the difference between this distance and this point. Just do the difference. So if you do the difference between these two things, you get 100. But this 100 now is in pipettes. Always remember, whatever you do is in pipettes. Because the last digit is the pipette. Are you with me? So to convert it to pip, just divide it by 10. Divided by 10 is equal to 10 pips. Simple. Find the difference between both of them. It's going to give you a figure in pipette divided by 2. So if you see a trade and you want to enter the trade, maybe on USJPY, but you don't know the amount of pips that is in the stop loss, and you want to know the amount of pips that is in the stop loss, so you can calculate the lot size you use to risk. Just find the difference between the entry price and stop loss price divided by 10 to give you your pips. Okay. So what if you want to add pips? All right. What if the person that dropped the trade for your buy tells you to use 40 pips? Okay. So we have entry price is 1.15, 1.15112. This is the entry price. You want to add 40 pips. I'll tell you to convert it to pipettes first. Are you with me? Once you convert to pipette, that's 400 pipettes. Remove this decimal point from here so you'll not confuse yourself. So if I remove that decimal point from here, it will be 1.15112. Then you do your normal mass plus 400, which will be equal to 11551. So this is actually it's very simple. Okay. So if you want to subtract the pips to, it's the same thing. Just convert it to pipettes. All right. If I did not convert this thing to 400, I'll get a different value. I have to convert to 400 because when I convert to 400 now, this 40, you know, it's 40 pips. This last digit is the pipette. So this 2 is the pipette. This extra zero I added is to cancel out this pipette. Because I'm adding the 40 to the 2 pips. This pipette out. 40 pips plus. Are you with me? So that is just how to. So anytime you want, if you want to subtract, let's say you want to subtract 20 pips, this will be 200. Are you with me? So 115,112 minus 200. Let's not calculate. 115,112 minus 200. Oh God. 115,112 minus 200 calculator. 115,112 minus 200, 114,912. 1,491 minus rather. You see, just normal mass. The only difference between this mass is before you do the mass, convert your pips to pipettes. Simple. And that's if you're adding your this now. And then if you're, trying to find the amount of pips that is in stop loss, once you do your subtraction like this, it's going to give you the number in pipettes. So convert to pips. This is not difficult. You just need to just study it on your own after this session. Then practice on your own. And you go on different group chats, different Telegram group chats. I know people are usually on multiple Telegram group chats for Signal. Go on multiple Telegram group chats and look at all the trades you drop. Calculate to know how many pips the stop loss is. Calculate to know how many pips the TP is, and all. Calculate it and see it for yourself. Okay. Now this calculation I showed you majorly works on just currency pairs. I just here for normal currency pairs. It does not work on. It can also work too on some oil and some other commodities, but it works 100% on currency pairs. For other things, other commodities or other currencies that are not currency pairs, like things like US 30, like NASDAQ, it's different for them, slightly different. Sometimes the two last digits can be the pipettes. Some of them, there will be no pipette itself. Some of them, the last digits will be the pipettes. You understand? So just keep that in mind, right? Also for gold, too, for some brokers, last digits are the pipette. For some broker, last digits is also the pipette too. Okay. In BT Academy, I have a course where I taught people how to calculate the pips for different commodities, how to like estimate it. But I don't want to confuse anybody with those ones. Let's just focus on currency pairs because that's almost person strip. Okay. So that's it. Then lastly, if I end the session, lastly, you hope you know that if it's a buy trade, this is a buy trade. So if the market is going up, we'll be making money. Are you with me? If the market is going up, we'll be making money. So that basically means if the market is going up, we're making money. That basically means our TP price is going to be up in profits. This will be TP to be up. So if I want to, add 40 pips, if my TP is 40 pips, I will add the 40 pips to this. So if you don't understand this part, don't stress. You will get it at the first time, especially when you're starting, you may get confused. Just try to grasp as much as you can, okay? Then the stop loss, since stop loss is negative, it's coming down, price, it's coming down from here. It will be going negative, 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 and stop loss is down here. The stop loss is going to be, I'll subtract it. Stop loss is like 5 pips. Yeah, I'll now subtract minus 5 pips. This is the price. If it's going lower than the price, if the price, okay, the price was like 10 and it's going lower than 10, this is negative now. So to get, if the price is stop loss, if the entry price was 500, to get the stop loss, I have to subtract 5 from this now to give me 495. Why the TP price? I have to add 40 to it to get it. That'll give me 540. But on sale, it's the opposite. Because sale now, I'm predicting the market to go down from here. Since I'm predicting the market to go down from here, if it's going down, I'll be in profit. The more it goes down, the more it's going to be in profits, because that's my prediction. But to get my TP for this one, the entry price is 500 here. Are you with me? My TP would be, and my TP is meant to be 40 pips. I'll subtract 40 from here. All right, 40 from here. So this should be 416. And if my stop loss is 5 pips, I'll add 5 to this, because if it's instead of going down, if it starts going up from the entry price, I'm losing. So the stop loss is actually up. So this would be 55. That's just it. Okay. So you need to understand that when it comes to trading Forex, it's all about practice. All right. You don't need to stress yourself about these things. I'll do all these things for you. But I just said I should teach this one because someone asked it. Are you with me? And some person may also be struggling with it. And some persons also watch this video in the future and they may not really understand this concept, but then from my video, they don't actually understand it. Are you with me? That's why I actually taught it. But you don't need to stress about these ones. I'll drop the trade entry, all of those things for you. But thank you very much for joining the session. If you've never created your live account, please, tomorrow, remember I'll start dropping signals on Monday. If you don't create your account before then, if you don't watch day one, use it to create your account before then. On Monday, when I start dropping signals, you will take the signals and you'll be seeing everybody drop money in the chat, or you won't be dropping money. So don't forget, if you can do it this time, to watch it this time to create your account. You can't, I'm failing tomorrow. The last session is going to be tomorrow. On the last session, I'm going to talk about how I grew from nothing to where I am at the moment for Forex. And I'm also going to talk about what's attainable in Forex. How you can be earning 10 million, 20, 50, 100 million monthly from trading on your own. And how you can actually pay your account to those levels. So feel free to save it into your alarm, set your alarm for 8 p.m. tomorrow so you don't forget. Okay. Thank you very much for joining the session, and see you guys on tomorrow's session. And apart from that's I'm also going to teach. I'm going to talk about a lot. Tomorrow is like the main day, so just make sure you set your alarm. If you know you got value from this session, I've been talking for like almost 2 hours. If you know you enjoy what I thought, you didn't know most of these things, and I broke them down very well for you. Go to the group chat right now and drop value on the group chat. Okay, go to the group chat now and drop value in the group chat. I'm going to open Telegram chat. You can post your messages to head over there and drop value. Thank you very much for joining the session. See you in the next one. I will love a fantastic and beautiful day. But please don't forget to drop value if you drop value, okay?